Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the OU Credit Union Arena for tonight's broadcast of the first round of the Barbasol Horizon League Men's Basketball Tournament. Golden Grizzlies hosting the Green Bay Phoenix. It's the 6th seed versus the 11th seed at the conclusion of the regular season. My name is Giovanni Moceri, here for play-by-play, joined by Harjun Buttar. My name is Giovanni Moceri, here for play-by-play, joined by Harjun Buttar, our analyst, and Maryanne Sanford on the sideline for us to check a rematch between the Golden Grizzlies and the Green Bay Phoenix. So, Harj, give everybody a little bit of a warm-up, a little bit of an introduction to Green Bay, the team that they played, like we said, 4 days ago, and it was a tight one.
Absolutely. All things are thrown out the window for this tournament. Green Bay did not have, fortunately got back in the game, and unfortunately for Green Bay, just didn't take their foot off the gas, and unfortunately lost in the end. So, you know, there's a lot of unfortunateness for Green Bay. I mean, that's pretty apropos considering how their season's gone. But, you know, they're a tough team. They're a young team, 10 freshmen on this roster, 6 of them get regular playing time. A lot of impact players, specifically Marcus Hall. He's averaging 14 points and 4 rebounds. He's leading Green Bay in threes. He's a very high-volume shooter. Did not play in the last game here between the Green Bay Phoenix and Oakland Golden Grizzlies at the arena, but he played on Saturday, and was he a factor or not? He was amazing. The second player defensively for the Phoenix, Mac Recchi, not a name you hear a lot on the stat sheets, but it's not about what he does on the stat sheets, it's about what he doesn't do. He doesn't turn the ball over, he doesn't foul, he doesn't get blown by in one-on-one coverage, and he played really tough against Alan Mukeba and Buru Nevalurua. So there's a lot of good things to hear about Green Bay in that aspect. To win this game, they're going to have to force OU to turn over the ball. They're going to have to shoot well from 3. And most importantly, they're going to have to take the bigs for Oakland, Mukeba and Buru Nevalurua, out of this contest.
No doubt about it. And for the Green Bay Phoenix, they come into this game 4-27 on their regular season and 2-18 in the Horizon League, coming into this one as the 18th seed. Meanwhile, the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, 14-17 is their regular season record, 11-9 in the Horizon League, good for 6 plays, enough to host in the first round here. And it's going to be an exciting matchup. You got a matchup of a 41 years at the same school for Greg Campy versus 1 year for the Phoenix under Doug Gottlieb, this being his first season here, beginning much attention outside of the Green Bay Phoenix basketball team. We'll get more into it after the national anthem here, as Kevin Beers is rocking the mic and rocking the house here in the OU Credit Union Arena, as he has done for the past 20 seasons. We'll hand it off to him for the national anthem and be back in a moment. wonderful rendition of the national anthem once again by Sam Keswick. Her final performance here in the OU Credit Union Arena. She was celebrated on Senior Day just the past week. Last time we were here in the Arena. And as the starting lineups are being announced here, we'll go into a little bit more into Doug Gottlieb, the head coach of the Green Bay Phoenix. He's gotten a lot of attention this season for not only the play on the court, but also he is a current radio host on Fox Sports Radio as well as a podcast host, kind of playing double duty in this season. It's gotten him quite a fair share of criticism here, but he's got some background in ball.
He absolutely does. He's a former player, came up, played college ball at Notre Dame and Oklahoma State, played professionally overseas, so he's got a lot of basketball in his pocket. So let's not be under the assumption that he's just a noob to the basketball game, and this is just kind of like a side quest, if you will. He is a committed basketball mind, and honestly, for a team like this, a young team like Green Bay, he's the perfect fit. He's young in this coaching thing, and these players are young in the college basketball thing. They're all growing together, and you're seeing the growing pains, but you're also seeing these glimpses of brilliance in Gottlieb's Phoenix team, and you're seeing how good this team can end up being in a few years once the program has been established again.
Taking a look at some of his career highlights. At his senior year at Oklahoma State, they were second. He personally was second place in the nation in assists, and him and Oklahoma State made it to the Elite Eight. And then in his professional career in 2001, he was the MVP and a gold medal winner at the Maccabi Games held in Jerusalem. And he would also coach the U.S. team in 3 of those contests in 2009, 2017, and 2022 for overseas play there in Jerusalem. Now let's get to the starting lineups here, starting with the Green Bay Phoenix. Jeremiah Johnson will start at number 3. Mac Recchi, number 4. Ben Tweedy at number 6. Ryan Wade, number 15. And Marcus Hall, number 13. Round out the starting lineup for the Green Bay Phoenix. And now to the Golden Grizzlies. Isaiah Jones getting his starting spot tonight. DQ Cole joins him along with Jason Woodrich, Peru Nevalarua, and Alan Mukeba. Rounding out your starting lineups for the floor tonight. This place is rocking. A great crowd, an entire full student section.
Love it.
Behind the basket on the north side of the arena. We love that kind of energy here, and it's tournament time. You feel that it's tournament time.
You feel the energy.
We're in March.
We're in March. March Madness. Absolutely. Let's talk about Oakland, man. I mean, this is the home team. This is the team that everyone came here to see. They are not a young team, and they've all. You have a couple players who have been here before. We got to make sure that we're playing up to that experience level. They are not a young team. All 5 of the oldest players on this team get a lot of rotational playing time. Impact players for Oakland, Alan Mukeba, one of the grad students for Oakland. 15 points per game, 9 rebounds. He has been an absolute force for the Golden Grizzlies this year. An absolute legend. Second team All Horizon League player, 11th in points scored. To be better in this game, to be that guy that we saw earlier in this season, he needs to play 40-minute basketball, and every minute he plays defensively, he needs to get back to the intensity he was playing with in the out-of-conference. Offensively, he needs to finish through contact. I know he's going through some injuries right now, but he did a lot of that in the last game against Green Bay. And when you get a one-on-one with Alan Mukeba, watch out. He will not let you slide out easy. The next impact player is Jalen Jones. Did not play in the Wisconsin road trip for the Golden Grizzlies, but is one of the best ball handlers on this Oakland squad. Oakland turned the ball over a lot against both Milwaukee and Green Bay, so it's important that they keep ball possession, and I think one of the biggest proponents of that is going to be Jalen Jones. For Oakland to win this game, you got to get the 3-ball going. You have a lot of good volume 3-point shooters. They just got to be more efficient. They got to play inside out. Alan Mukeba, Peru Nevalarua need to find guys on the perimeter. And probably the most important, Joe, and this is a common theme throughout this year, you can't turn the ball over. Turn the ball over, you lose, you make mistakes, you lose opportunities, and you end up costing your team victories.
And that's going to be important, especially for the Golden Grizzlies team, who finished at the number 2 spot on defense, or excuse me, the third scoring defense this season. They rely a lot on that defense. I've been picking up the pace a little bit, but trying to play a little bit more man-to-man compared to the traditional Campy zone, but still defense is what they rest on. It's what they left the game to when it came to their last game against Cleveland State. The final possession in regulation, they let Cleveland State have the ball and force their defense to make the stop. That did happen. They would end up winning that game on senior night. So those turnovers are going to be especially powerful when the offense is not going to be as powerful to be able to make up for it. Ball in the middle now. It is Alan Mukeba and Marcus Hall. It goes the Golden Grizzlies' way, and we are underway in round one of the Horizon League tournament. DQ Cole handling it. A little bit of shake and bake to move to his left side on the left wing. Finds Isaiah Jones on the free throw line. Isaiah Jones on the elbow. Pass inside to Mukeba. Mukeba one-on-one. Gets around a man and in. 2-0 Golden Grizzlies, early lead.
That's exactly what we needed to see from Mukeba early on. Those one-on-ones, he needs to convert on those and finish those shots.
Ben Tweedy handling the ball against DQ. Now over to Jeremiah Johnson, back to Marcus Hall. To the top, now to the left wing. Green Bay trying to get inside, but the zone not allowing it. And a steal from Isaiah Jones. And he's running the other way, gets fouled, and gets the score. A quick 4-0 lead, potentially 5-0 lead for the Golden Grizzlies. Isaiah Jones would stick him on his fingers, stealing that ball at the top of the key and running all the way for an and one.
One time for the Golden Grizzlies, number 7, Isaiah Jones.
Shot is up. Shot is good for the 67% free throw shooter, Isaiah Jones. It's 5-0 Golden Grizzlies lead within the first minute of play. Marcus Hall now to Ryan Wade. Trying to pass deep inside of Marcus Hall, tiptoeing his way to stay in bounds, then they kick it back out to the perimeter. 15 on the shot clock, they go inside as Hall. Kicking it out for 3. Off on the heel, but it plops right back in.
Yeah, Tweedy's not the high volume shooter that Green Bay typically goes to for that shot, so I understand why Oakland kind of sagged off there.
Woodridge now trapped in the right wing, gets it over to Mukeba in open space. Spins his
One-on-one.
way into the paint. Gets up, high glass, couldn't get it, but Isaiah Jones offensive rebound, gives it back to Mukeba, dishes it back in, cannot find the bottom of the net. And it's back to the Green Bay Phoenix.
Good communication there by Oakland. Just again, that finishing needs to be apparent here for the Golden Grizzlies in the paint.
Marcus Hall at the top against DQ, physical, trying to find some space. He gets to Jeremiah Johnson, cutting inside, up and on the glass, and in. It's a tie game, 5-5.
Good soft touch there from Jeremiah Johnson.
And he went right into the teeth of Baru and Mukeba. But a tie game, 5-5 at 18 minutes here in the first half. Oakland with the ball. Mukeba at the right elbow, kicks it out to Isaiah Jones for 3, buries it.
Wide
Isaiah
open.
Jones.
Love it. Again, that's playing inside out there, Giovanni. Finding the guy on the perimeter wide open. Your guys are going to collapse on you in the paint. Someone's wide open.
8-5, Golden Grizzlies lead, 7.5 in the first half. Green Bay with it. Ryan Wade at the top, goes to his right, stops, picks up his dribble. Now cutting back inside is Jeremiah Johnson, and a teardrop falls through.
Yeah, a little bit late there on the shot contest by Jason Woodridge, but I like the play he made.
DQ now with the ball, 8-7. Golden Grizzlies still with the lead. Isaiah Jones on the left wing. Inside to Mukeba, back out to Jones in the corner for 3. Another one for Isaiah Jones. He's on fire.
1, 2, 3.
Holy smokes, Isaiah Jones already has 6 points.
Oh,
back to Green Bay on the Horizon League logo, spinning around and falling. Ben Tweedy called on the traveling.
Took way too many steps and fell, so that's adding insult to injury there for Tweedy.
And the "You Can't Do That" roar through the student section. Golden Grizzlies will have it on the inbound on the opposite baseline. Golden Grizzlies scoring from right to left as we get a great look at the barrel low. DQ gets across. Jason Woodridge left wing. Looking for his big guys inside, but back to Jones at the top. Mukeba to Baru, under the basket, spin around. Circus shot, no good for Baru. And with speed, here come the Phoenix. Jeremiah Johnson.
Blocking foul.
Before he can get the shot up. That'll be Oakland's first foul. It's 11-7. Oakland with the lead. 16.5 left to go in the first half.
Defensively, one of the biggest Achilles heels for the Grizzlies is their full court defense. When the other team gets into their transition it's really hard for Oakland to get into their set because it's a zone. You're not going to a specific player. You're defending a spot, so it takes a lot of discipline and repetition in order to execute that perfectly.
Jalen Jones enters the game as well as Jonathan Levy, the 6'9" freshman from Israel, as Green Bay fires a three off on the front rim. Rebound by Mukeba, and the speedster Isaiah Jones carries it across the court. Had an opportunity himself at the basket, tried to dish it off to Baru right next to him, and it ends up flying out of bounds.
No, it was a smart play. I think making that extra pass, the Phoenix defender there was pretty tight. Baru just wasn't ready for it.
So that turns it back over to the Phoenix. Marcus Hall with the rock. With Johnson, the left wing. Johnson trying to find a lane inside. Goes up. Mashing block by Allen Mukeba off the glass. And to Christie for three. Christie for three.
Woo! Great defensive execution by Mukeba and a great response there by Malcolm Christie on the three.
It's 14-7 Golden Grizzlies lead. 15:44 left to go in the first half. Levy passes to Jonathan. Now over to Tweedy. Tweedy at the top. Elbow jumper off on the front rim. And a foul called to bring us to the media timeout.
Oakland foul. Number 7, Isaiah Jones.
Isaiah Jones called on the foul as the Golden Grizzlies with an early 7-point lead, 14-7 with 15.5 to go in the first half. Isaiah Jones is on fire, and we will be back soon right here on WXOU Sports. Welcome back here to WXOU Sports, and that Game Breakers brought to you by messaging from the Horizon League. The Horizon League and its members schools develop 3,000 student athletes for life. Through NCAA Division I competition and unique opportunities in major metropolitan markets, their athletics and academic and personal aspirations can be achieved, because what they learn today will inspire who they will become tomorrow. And we thank the Horizon League for all they do for our Golden Grizzlies and all throughout the league. We're back here, 14-7, Golden Grizzlies with the lead, 15.5 to go. Isaiah Jones accounting for much of the early scoring for the Golden Grizzlies. 9 points so far, 2 of 2 from 3. Not typical of Isaiah Jones.
Yeah, not the guy we thought would get up to a hot start, but I love that he's getting an involvement in the game early.
Foster Wonders in the game for Green Bay. Fires a three from the top, off on the front rim. Rebound by the Golden Grizzlies. Jalen Jones with it as he speeds through half court. He'll slow it down to direct traffic. Guarded tightly by Jeremiah Johnson. Gets it to McCabe inside the arc. Over to Christie at the border. 4-3. Another one from Malcolm Christie.
He's feeling it.
The Golden Grizzlies are perfect from three today. They're 4-4 from deep. 17-7. Green Bay tries to respond. No good with a three-pointer. Jalen Jones now up and in the paint and off the glass and in.
Good soft touch there by Jones on the drive.
19-7, 14 and a half to go in the first half here. Golden Grizzlies gaining early control in the game, holding onto the wheel with two hands. Back to Wonders. Wonders fires a three, finds the bottom of the basket. 10-19 is your score.
'Twas only a matter of time before the Phoenix hit a three.
Foster Wonders 28.3% from three this season. They've taken many of the shots for the Phoenix. Christie fires another for three, off on the heel. Rebound by Jonathan Levy. Johnson for Green Bay. Kicks it out. Levy holds on. Back to Johnson in the far corner. Now to the free throw line. Levy's jumper no good. McCabe with the rebound gets fouled.
That was a pro play there by Jeremiah Johnson. That's an indication that he's going to be a very high-level basketball player as he progresses through his college career. It just Green Bay wasn't able to finish there.
We got substitutions for the Golden Grizzlies. Deng Majak and Baru on the floor for the Golden Grizzlies, as well as Nassim Mashour.
Back on the blacktop, number 12, Baru. Also in for Oakland, number 22,
Good to see Campy getting some of the younger guys some tournament time. Mashour. Whistle will be blown.
Offensive foul, I think.
Offensive foul, number 6, Malcolm Christie.
Yeah.
Malcolm Christie on the foul off ball.
Green Bay ball.
I hope those mistakes don't end up multiplying themselves, because that tends to be what Oakland does a lot in the first half, is make mistakes. Usually they'd have a couple mistakes under their belt by now, but they're playing pretty clean basketball. Hopefully they can continue to do so as this game progresses.
As the Oakland swim team walks behind us at the concourse of the arena, the rings are enormous as they just won the Horizon League Championship a couple of weeks ago. But back to the play on the blacktop. Green Bay with the ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Jonathan Levy against Deng Majak. Kicks it out to the left wing. Jeremiah Johnson, smooth moves as he goes in through the paint. And a last touch is put back in. C.J. O'Hara, the last touch. And a lob for Baru! Slam dunk for the Golden Grizzlies.
Can't contain the animal that lives inside Baru Nevalurua's body.
Green Bay with the ball. It's Foster Wonders. Johnson in the far wing, over into the corner to Levy. Going for O'Hara for a great behind-the-back pass. Good for two for Green Bay. Nassim Mashour transition three. Too strong, rebound by Levy.
Don't love the shot selection. I mean, there was a lot of open space there. Probably could have developed something a little bit more high percentage. But, hey, shoot if you got the confidence to.
And the confidence for Foster Wonders on the corner three. Off on the front rim. Jalen Jones slowing down the pace against O'Hara. Gets to Christie. Over into Majak at the top. Majak looking for Baru. Baru now on the right block. Kicks out to Jalen Jones for three.
Ooh, bad miss.
Could not find the rim on that one.
That was a bad miss.
21-14. Under 12 to go in the first half. Wonders looking for the three. Fakes it. Goes inside against Majak. Can't get it off on the right rim. And Jalen Jones with a head of steam. 2-on-1, he goes for the basket, swatted down, and it's back to Green Bay with speed. Still 21-14, 11 and a half to go in the first half.
Good closeout.
Closed out in the corner for three to Jeremiah Johnson. His three is too strong. Jonathan Levy on the rebound and taken away by Baru with a clean haircut coming into the tournament. Baru takes it all the way himself, and he's fouled on his way.
New haircut seems to have given Neva Larua some energy there.
And what's funny is it's a new haircut to us, but for the media graphics in the arena, it's the same length as he had recorded previously this fall. But regardless, that brings us to our next media timeout. 21-14 is the Golden Grizzlies' 7-point lead. 11:13 left to go in the first half as the Oakland swim team comes to the blacktop to celebrate their next Horizon League championship. The men, 47 conference championships in a row. The women, 31 conference championships in a row. And combined in the Horizon League, 12 years in a row, the Golden Grizzlies have swept men's and women's swim and dive. It's a yearly tradition here at the OU Credit Union Arena. We got to look at those rings. I mean, every swimmer who goes through Oakland has an entire fistful of rings. Like they can't even high five each other without it sounding like metal crashing together.
I'm surprised they haven't gotten bigger as Oakland has won more championships. But I mean, at that point, it would be basically a necklace.
Yeah, I mean, you could literally make a necklace out of all of the rings that they have each year. I'm sure they just keep the same machinery to make these rings. They just have a yearly order for these conference championships rings. It's just always great to see many records broken, specifically Jordan Ships, the only Golden Grizzly, the only swimmer in the meet to win all three of her individual events. That's some historic stuff in the Horizon League, as she is one of the most decorated swimmers in the Horizon League. The men's and women's team in the relays and individuals, all kinds of records broken. Again, part of the yearly tradition for Oakland Swim and Dive.
They continue to be the class of what an athletic program should look like. Just dominant year in and year out. Youngstown, IUPUI, Green Bay, all put together really competitive teams, but year in and year out, no one competes with the Golden Grizzlies, and the Golden Grizzlies continue to show why they can't be touched.
And we'll give a specific shout out to head coach Mitch Alters. This is his second year as head coach of the Golden Grizzlies after over 40 years of Pete Hovland's historic coaching run and swim career came to an end a couple of years ago. The question was Mitch Alters going to be able to continue that championship tradition for swim and dive? And he has been able to do it 2 in a row as a head coach, others as an assistant coach, and some as a swimmer himself. He's got an entire closet of championship rings. So a great big shout out to the Horizon League Championship swim and dive team. As free throws are starting for Baru as we get back to the action here on the blacktop. 22-14 is now your score with 11:13 to go in the first half.
One more for Baru.
We did an entire timeout about the swim team. I love it.
Now they're worth it.
Baru's second free throw is good.
Well, hey, Oakland's making free throws early. This is good.
Important early as they are down the road. 23-14 is your scores. Green Bay's trying to claw back into this one here at the OU Credit Union Arena. Foster Wonders. Isaiah Jones, one of the finest defenders in the Horizon League. Over to Marcus Hall.
Beautiful shot there.
DQ Cole handling on the Bear logo. Goes to his left to Isaiah Jones. Left wing, inside Mukeba. Mukeba losing the ball, gets it back. He'll muscle his way back in. He's getting swarmed, looking for a kick out. Finds Baru at the free throw line. Baru muscles in. Jumper is too short.
Again, what worked early in the game was playing inside out, trying to find that driving kick player, but it seems like Mukeba and Baru are really wanting to make those baskets. I think it's to the detriment, actually, of Oakland's offense. The more and more they want it, the more they look for it, the less and less you're going to get those opportunities on the outside.
And on that note, Oakland is 0 of their last 4 field goal attempts. No field goals in the past 2.5 minutes, only scoring on free throws in that stretch. DQ at the top. Guarded by O'Hara. Now to Isaiah Jones. Guarded by Tweedy. Jason Woodridge fires a three. Off on the right. That one couldn't find the rim either. And Mukeba, or excuse me, that's Baru, floundering around the front row seating, trying to keep the ball in bounds.
Greg Campy, rightfully so, not happy with the shot selection for Oakland.
The lead is cut down to 6. Green Bay coming back into this one now. Oakland's 0 of their last 5 field goal attempts, 1 of their last 7. Green Bay with it. It's Wade to O'Hara. Now to Johnson for 3, or Recchi for 3. No good, and it's back to the Golden Grizzlies. Baru fouled as he speeds his way to the offensive side of the court.
C.J. O'Hara. That's his first.
Foul called on C.J. O'Hara, the 6'4" freshman from
Number
Minneapolis.
34, John Levy.
You know, a really good facilitator for this Green Bay team. Does a lot of the dirty work, like Mac Recchi. It's not really what he shows in the stats, it's what he does on the court that matters for Green Bay.
And in Saturday's game, he was 2 of 3 and 5 of 6 from the free throw line for an efficient 9 points. Baru swan dives into the paint and is good for 2. Off the right glass, 25-17. Under 10 to go in the first half. Green Bay, C.J. O'Hara inside of Levy. Levy against McCabe. Levy bullies his way in, can't get his shot off. Offensive rebound, another second crack at it, and no good. Rebounded by McCabe.
Great contest there by McCabe. Otherwise, Levy was going to play ping pong with the board the entire game until he got a shot on.
25-17, approaching 9 minutes left to go. Isaiah Jones, bounce pass to McCabe. McCabe against Levy. Muscling his way in. Kick out to the free throw line to Baru. Kick out to DQ for 3. Buries it.
Oh, yeah. That's what crisp passing does there. Oakland has not been passing the ball well. You're seeing that they're taking a lot of the same passes that they have over the last 2 games, but it's about the little things. They're finding a little bit more space. The receiver of that pass is finding a little bit more space to ensure that when the pass gets to them, they have plenty of space to work with. It's not this small window that it was against Milwaukee and or Green Bay.
And a 30-second timeout called by Green Bay as Oakland amounts to a 28-17 lead with 8:54 left to go in the first half. An 11-point lead for the Golden Grizzlies that got within 6 as Oakland was on a field goal scoring drought, but then were able to regain their composure and with 2 hands on the wheel once again for this game in the first round of the Horizon League tournament.
One of the things that we're seeing in this game that we didn't see last game was Oakland's not taking their foot off the gas. They had an early lead in the game in Ashwaubenon, but what unfortunately happened was Green Bay found some momentum. Oakland is not letting that happen at all tonight.
And we'll take a look at some of our other Horizon League tournament games going on. Northern Kentucky, 10 of their last 11 field goals, have a 29-18 lead over Detroit Mercy for the 7 and 10 seed game. And the next matchup between Wright State and IU Indy coming up in about a half hour here. We'll keep you up to date here the rest of the Horizon League tournament. Try and get a picture for the next round. The Green Bay with a cross the court pass. Around into the perimeter. Levy inside against McCabe. Levy's looking to pass. Dumps it inside to C.J. O'Hara on the left side. Is up and good.
C.J. O'Hara.
28-19. Golden Grizzlies back with it. DQ trying to get free of C.J. O'Hara. Over to Craggs, who enters the game. To McCabe at the top against Levy. Here comes the second attempt at it. Didn't get the first crack at it as he knocked down Levy, but the second attempt was good, and that gets Oakland to 30 points with 8 minutes to go in the first half. O'Hara, corner 3. Too strong rebound, DQ. Now to Woodridge, to Isaiah Jones in the far corner. McCabe now with it.
Ooh, good
Bunny
move.
hops inside, almost a frog leap as he passes it inside to Woodridge, whose floater is good from the Horizon League logo.
It's one of the players that Oakland needs to get the ball to a little bit more. He's been in the double digits in scoring for the last 3 games for the Golden Grizzlies, and hopefully he can make an impact similar to the one he's made in the last 3 games here tonight in this first round game.
And Levy left wide open for a jumper is no good, rebounded by the Golden Grizzlies. Isaiah Jones in the close corner. Bringing it outside to McCabe, down to DQ, who fires a distance 3. Off, too strong.
A little bit of heat check there. Can't be mad about that.
Trying to block a lob attempt. Isaiah Jones swats it away. Golden Grizzlies back with it. It's Woody baseline. He'll pump the
Someone's
brakes.
open.
Now to Isaiah at the right wing. Battles baseline. Hops up. Left hand, no
left is
good.
short. Again, it's that finish, Joe.
Rebound by Levy. He has 6 rebounds so far today. Eclipsed only by Mukeba with 8. O'Hara baseline cutter is good. Able to get the jump start on Mukeba, who's defending that area of the paint. It's 32-21 with 6.5 to go in the first half. You're listening to Golden Grizzlies basketball here on WXOU Sports. DQ now to Craggs. Free throw. Pass will be now kicked out to Isaiah Jones for 3. Another one.
Great decision there by Mukeba. I mean, that's a decision that he hasn't made throughout any game this season. Just tipped it out to Cooper Craggs. Find the wide open guy. It was Isaiah Jones, and Isaiah Jones knocks down another one.
It's a strange sequence. Craggs fed it into Mukeba, who just volleyballed it right back to him, and that eventually would get kicked out to Isaiah Jones, who's now 3 of 3 from deep tonight. And it's three-point shooting we don't usually see from Isaiah Jones, but he's been able to do anything the team requires him to do. Now another pass inside. Golden Grizzlies with the ball. Isaiah Jones, heat check. 3 is good!
Oh my God! Woo!
For 3 more.
4 for 4 from deep from Isaiah Jones. This is incredible as he leads the floor with 15 points.
That's exactly the guy. That's exactly the type of performance you needed in this game. And for it to be a guy like Isaiah Jones, who's been kind of the gritty glue guy, hasn't really shone in the stat lines. I love it. I love the fact that he's shooting with confidence. This is also, if I'm not mistaken, his first Horizon League tournament game. He was injured throughout the entire tournament and came back to play Kentucky in the first round of the NCAA tournament. So I think he's got a little bit of an edge here, saying, hey, this is my first tournament game. I got to show out.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of spice added to it as well. He was absent from the Horizon League all-defensive team, of which Oakland and Greg Campy feel that he was worthy of a spot on the defensive team. So his choice of revenge is on the offensive side, the deep offensive side. Unbelievable from what we're seeing from Isaiah Jones so far. As immediate timeout called with 5:20 left to go in the first half. We'll stick with you here on WXOU Sports. It's 38-25. Golden Grizzlies with the big-time lead in the first half. Pretty soon we'll be joined by our sideline reporter Morgan Sanford as we get just to take a view of the arena here. This is an atmosphere that screams tournament time. People know that, you know, it's the slogan of the Horizon League for the past couple of years. March starts here. As this conference tournament week, you know, everyone is sharing around the Sun Belt Conference as a tournament bracket.
Oh, that's a beautiful bracket.
So for those of you who haven't seen it yet, or you can Google it to help yourself, but it's essentially where the top seeds get, you know, 3-game buys, and each team has to play one game in order to advance, like not quite tournament style or not quite the typical tournament style, but essentially it requires the lowest seed to win 7 in a row to get to the conference tournament, or to win the conference tournament.
Yep.
So it's hard to describe auditorily, so please go to Twitter and get your visual of it, but that is sweeping the nation for a conference tournament format.
And the impetus for that is they want to make sure that they're sending their best representative to the NCAA tournament. I think you just do that through the war of attrition that is conference tournaments. And the structure is unique because you have lower-ranked, lower-seeded teams who are going through these gauntlets. And I think the fear is that they have momentum. Yes, they're going to be fatigued and they're going to be bruised and battered up, but they have momentum. And is that momentum going to be enough to carry them over top-seeded teams? And Greg Campy was talking about this yesterday, which is this actually plays to the disadvantage of these top seeds. You got to make sure that you really are that high-level basketball team in the conference.
Back to action here, 38-23. Golden Grizzlies lead as Green Bay has the ball. Marcus Hall spinning around, no shot. The foul on the floor. Baru roughing him up a little bit too much.
Good shake and bake there. Baru lost him pretty quickly, and unfortunately just had to get some contact there.
It'll be Green Bay's inbound on their scoring baseline. Johnson receiving it to continue the possession. Jeremiah Johnson gets the ball back. Inside to C.J. O'Hara. Kicks it out to the corner. No look pass for three. Not enough on it. Shot by Mac Recky. Thank you. Golden Grizzlies back with the ball. 4:44 on the first half clock. Malcolm Christie fouled by Ryan Wade.
Yeah, he was holding the ball. That was going to end one of two ways. Either Christie turns it over or Wade fouls. And Golden Grizzlies got lucky that Wade got a little bit handsy there.
Ryan Wade, one of the few Michigan natives here on the Green Bay team from Ann Arbor, and a transfer from Central Michigan for the 6'2" redshirt senior. Back to action, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Baru with the ball to Christie on the left wing. Passing back inside to Baru, 5 on the shot clock. Jalen Jones with it, far two, jumper, no good. Rebounded by Jeremiah Johnson.
Yeah, considering the clock was running down, good shot selection, just couldn't finish on that jumper.
Marcus Hall fakes the three, dumps it inside to O'Hara. Spins around Baru, hesitates and jumps up to the glass. Second chance at it is good. And an and one coming up for C.J. O'Hara.
Yeah, you could tell he was trying to shot contest that pretty heavily and got bit there on the first one and then had to recover and foul O'Hara on the second.
That's his second personal. 6th team foul.
So far this season, C.J. O'Hara, 71.7 free throw shooter.
For John Levy, back in the black top.
Saturday's game scored 9 points against the Golden Grizzlies.
C.J. O'Hara on the left.
Yeah, there was a stretch there where O'Hara was the man. He was taking a lot of those shots for the Green Bay Phoenix, and he was converting on a pretty high clip.
And speaking of conversions, not to be had at the free throw, off on the front rim, gives it back to the Golden Grizzlies with 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Jalen Jones wide open, thinking about the three, but he decides against it. Goes inside to the paint and is swatted by C.J. O'Hara.
Yeah, it's the second time that's happened for Jalen Jones. He's been heavily contested down low, and instead of opting to look for the shooter, for the open shooter on the perimeter, he opted to go out for the lay.
And the media timeout here at the Arena, 38-25 is the score, 3:53 to go on the first half clock. We'll take a break here on WXOU Sports, and we'll get you back to the final moments of the first half here at the Arena. Welcome back, everybody, to WXOU Sports. It's 38-25. Golden Grizzlies with the lead in the first half as we kick it over to our sideline reporter, Maryanne Sanford. Maryanne, what's up?
So in that timeout, coach is just telling them they got to stay strong when they're going in that paint. Do not let that Green Bay defense get them. And they got to stay strong. Don't get tired. They got to keep that energy up, keep going how they're going. and they got to make sure that they're not putting that ball into the Green Bay Phoenix's hands.
Thank you very much, Maryanne. As we get back to the blacktop here, Golden Grizzlies with an inbound on the scoring side of the court. Get it over to Christie, corner three, off on the front rim. I think it's a hang time on it. Green Bay back with it. Ryan Wade carrying the rock against Nassim Mashor. Compliments from Campy include Nassim Mashor being one of the best one-on-one defenders they have on the team, as a jumper for Jonathan Levy goes through. Back now to the Golden Grizzlies. Nassim Mashor handling the rock. Over to DQ at the top. To Isaiah Jones, back to Mashor in the far corner. A dump inside to Mukeba, challenged by Levy.
Find the outlet.
Trying to find the outlet. Isaiah Jones getting it. Still battling in the paint, back, getting it over to Mukeba, who fights his way for an and one.
Beautiful. Nice work there by Mukeba. That's the finish we've been wanting Mukeba to get on the board, down low in the paint. He's working it hard.
He is giving Green Bay, especially Jonathan Levy, all that they can handle. And fighting for that one, it was chaotic underneath the basket, whether it was Mukeba being crowded, then trying to find Isaiah Jones only like 2 feet from each other underneath the basket, and still able to find the tough shot. And the free throw is up. The free throw is good for Alan Mukeba.
Yeah, it's this man-to-man defense that Green Bay is playing. It's surprisingly tough to break, and Oakland had a hard time with it in Green Bay, but it seems like they're finding the rhythm early on in this game.
Green Bay with it. Shot fake by Ryan Wade off on the front.
Great one-on-one. Oh, my goodness.
A foul called inside.
Oakland foul number 0.
Yeah, no wonder Campy was saying good things about Mashor's one-on-one defense. That was a really good shot contest there.
Number 13, Marcus Hall, back for the Phoenix.
Free throws coming up for Ryan Wade. As we were mentioning, the Ann Arbor native, the Central Michigan transfer, had 7 points and 3 assists against OU on Saturday. Shot is up. Shot is rolling off the front rim. Rebound by Jonathan Levy. Kicks over to Johnson, who cuts inside, up and off the right glass. He gets an and one, and they're back to the free throw line.
And an Oakland foul, number 10, DQ Cole.
That is the 7th team foul on the Golden Grizzlies. Same count, Bay.
Team foul.
Yeah, Campy's not happy with the second chance contesting for Oakland in the last 2 possessions. That seems to be getting him pretty angry here.
Pardon me, that is the 8th team foul for Oakland. Jeremiah Johnson comes to the line. Up and good for Green Bay as they cross 30. Cutting the lead to 11. 41 to 30 is your score. Under 3 minutes to go before halftime. Jones inside of Mukeba, was bullied inside by Roe Oselka.
Number 31, Roe Oselka.
Roe Oselka, the 6'10 freshman, also from Israel.
Yeah, good pipeline from Israel for Green Bay. That's 2 players now, and it seems like from the rumor mill, they're going to get 2 more next year. So when you find your recruiting ground, that's a gold mine for coaches.
And it doesn't seem to be a well that is tapped for the rest of the Horizon League. So Doug Gottlieb and his coaching staff seem to have all the dibs over there in that region.
Yeah,
they've been finding great talent in there as well. Second free throw is up and good for Alan Mukeba.
My goodness.
43 to 30 is the score. Golden Grizzlies with a 13-point lead. Back to Green Bay. Foster Wonders. Over to Wade, and now Wonders loses the ball out of bounds, but they say it's off the touch of Malcolm Christie. Green Bay keeps the ball.
Again, good ball contest there by Christie. Hasn't been known to contest the ball heavily in one-on-ones, but, it seems like he's changing it up and upping the intensity for tournament time.
Jeremiah Johnson kicks over to Wonders, hesitates on the 3, trying to find some space. Isaiah Jones not giving up any. And a last-second three-point shot, no good. The shot clock wound all the way down. Golden Grizzlies back with it. Step aside, 3 from ashore, no good. And flying in for the rebound
That's
was
over
Jeremiah
the back.
Johnson.
That's going to be an over the back on Johnson. Over the back there.
Number 31, Romeo Selka.
Oh, it was off ball.
That's his
Oh,
second
interesting.
personal.
Oselka getting his first foul today.
Shooting one
Alan
point
McCabe
again.
to the line
Alan
once
McCabe.
again. And for superstition's sake, we'll tell you how he's done from the free throw line afterwards. And it's good for the first one. That's 9 fouls for the Green Bay
Returning
Phoenix.
for Green Bay, number 4, Mac Recchi. And number 6, Ben Tweedy.
Well, actually, considering how not good that Mukeba has shot from the line, I actually think it would have the
For
opposite
Alan
effect.
McCabe.
You're playing with dangerous magic, Harj. As Alan McCabe gets ready for his second one. Shot is up on the front and rolls in. That makes it perfect for Alan McCabe. He is 5 for 5 from the line today. The Golden Grizzlies are perfect, 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Or pardon me, that's 8 for 8 for the team. Johnson in the far corner. Guarded tight now over the Recchi. Recchi to Wonders. Wonders from Iron Mountain, Michigan is sharing the hometown with Tom Izzo. 3 seconds on the shot clock, 3-pointer up. Second chance, put back is good. Jeremiah Johnson getting up high on the glass for that
Jeremiah
one.
Johnson.
You know, he shoots 125 from the field, sorry, from 3, and he does a lot better down low. I'll say that.
Scored 18 points in the last matchup against Oakland. He was 7 of 12 in that game as well. Inside to Isaiah Jones. Kicks it out to Woodrich in the lane and good.
Jason Woodrich.
Woodrich made 6 threes against his former team, Cleveland State, last week here at the Arena, but he's getting it done from inside today.
Great contest again down low. Mukeba's playing that 40-minute basketball we were talking about.
But Green Bay got the ball back from the Horizon League logo. The floater is good for Marcus Hall.
Marcus Hall.
14 points a game, that leads the Green Bay Phoenix, and he's proven it tonight. He scored 25 with 5 rebounds against OU on Saturday. 5 of 11 from deep in that game and perfect from the free throw line. And a monster game against the Golden Grizzlies. Over into the corner for Isaiah Jones for 3. He was wide open, but no good. It's the final 30 seconds tick away here in the first half. 47-34, 20 seconds left. Tweedy trying to drain the clock and make this the last shot. Tweedy against DQ Cole. Bounce pass to his left to Marcus Hall. Back to Tweedy, fakes the 3. 2 seconds left, got to get it up. Up off the glass and nothing there. The buzzer sounds and the Golden Grizzlies are up by 13. 47-34 is your halftime score here at the OU Credit Union Arena for the first round of the Horizon League Conference Tournament. Oakland's been putting on a show for us in their final home game of the season. A win here tonight would send them to Milwaukee to face the 3rd seed. As we'll keep an eye on some of the other games going on to see how the bracket will shape out here in the Horizon League. We'll get to all that news in a moment here. We'll take a break for halftime. 47-34, Golden Grizzlies up big here on WXOU Sports. Welcome back, everybody, to the OU Credit Union Arena as we're just about to get done with halftime as the Golden Grizzlies are up 47-34 against the Green Bay Phoenix as the 6 and 11 matchup comes closer to a conclusion here. We'll take a look around the Horizon League, see what other action is going on, and try and get a look ahead, get a shape of the Horizon League Conference Tournament for the 7 and 10 matchup. Northern Kentucky has hosted Detroit Mercy, and they are also up big. 49-37 is their lead. Northern Kentucky was hot, making 10 of 11 field goals during a certain stretch in the first half, but they end that first half 1 of 8 from their last field goals, but still with a comfortable lead over Detroit Mercy. The second game in the opening round of the tournament between Wright State and IU Indy will be tipping off shortly as starting lineups have just been announced. We'll keep an eye on that throughout the rest of this second half. And we'll also take a look at women's basketball. They're beginning their Horizon League tournament run here at IU Indy, that being the 7-seed IU Indy against the 10-seed Oakland Golden Grizzlies. It's close at halftime, 33-31. IU Indy with the 2-point lead. Leading the Golden Grizzlies in scoring is Maddie Skorupski, of course. 11 points, 4 of 8 from the field, and making 3 of her 5 free throws. She leads the Golden Grizzlies in scoring as usual, as the Golden Grizzlies men's team makes their way back onto the court. We'll keep an eye on all the games going on here throughout the Horizon League and see what matchups await for us in the second round to get a better glimpse as to action going on in Indy coming up later this week. Also, shout out to all the outside media coming into the arena today. We have Fox News, we have Channel 4, Channel 7, all represented here at the arena today. Got a chance to shake hands, say hi to all the other media members here. It's always great to see others interested in our humble abode here at the OU Credit Union Arena. We'll take another short break here before we get back into the halftime tip-off, or halftime inbound, to be technical here. In a few moments here, you're listening to Golden Grizzlies basketball here on WXOU Sports. Welcome back, everybody, to the OU Credit Union Arena as halftime has come to an end. And we're getting ready for the second half of action here for the Golden Grizzlies against the Green Bay Phoenix. My name is Giovanni Moceri, joined by Harjun, Buttar and Maryanne Sanford for the broadcast team today. Be sure to subscribe here on YouTube to not miss the Golden Grizzlies action here. We got baseball and softball coming up for live broadcasts right here on YouTube with interviews, highlights, and more. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the live stream here, and let us know where you're watching from in that YouTube chat. We'll get a quick recap of the second half. I mean, Isaiah Jones started 4 of 4 from 3. He's 4 of 5 right now. Wow, we don't expect that from 3.
Unconscious. A guy who has done all the other things besides score, is now leading the team in scoring. Like you said, unexpected, but a more than welcome surprise.
15 points and only 1 rebound. Not typical of Isaiah Jones. Usually has a couple more boards in that sense. The Green Bay with the first possession. Levy fires over to Marcus Hall, who nails the 3.
Yeah, just had plenty of room, stepped into that shot. He's a confident volume shooter and got that one to go.
DQ to Jones, to Baru. Baru makes his way to give it to DQ Cole at the left wing. Woodrich in the far corner, dumps off to Baru. Left block, guarded by Arecki. Battles against him, loses the ball, gets it back. Over to DQ in the corner, 5 on the shot clock. Kick over to Woodrich, no room. And he's fouled, saving the Golden Grizzlies for a shot clock violation, from a shot clock violation.
Yeah, there was no one even open for an outlet pass for Jason Woodridge, so he was going to have to take that shot at the buzzer.
Moceri gets the inbound pass, and he's fouled, and 1.
It's those little things, Joe, that Oakland was not doing on Saturday that they're doing now. Those short little passes are finding their mark, and both Baru Nevalerua and Alan Moceri are finishing at the rim. Both are getting and ones. Those are the little things that Oakland needed to do in this game to come out on top.
Moceri to the free throw line.
Ooh.
Couldn't find the rim on it. Found the net, though, just on the outside. 49-37 with 19-12 left to go in the game. Green Bay handling. It's Ben Tweedy. Tweedy to Marcus Hall. Hall moving around a screen from Levy, but DQ pressing. Recchi will find Tweedy on the baseline, but couldn't handle the pass, so that fumbles its way out of bounds. It is off on the Golden Grizzlies. Hall will inbound. 12 seconds on the shot clock. To Johnson. Comes its way back to the top. Tweedy looking for an option. He picked up his pass. Hall guarded closely as the shot clock winds down. 3-point off on the front rim. And diving onto the Green Bay bench is Jason Woodrich.
Valiant endeavor to save that one.
Stays at bounds. He gets back to the court like nothing ever happened. A Green Bay back with a fresh possession. Ooh. Cutting inside against Moceri, and the shot is blocked.
Ooh,
Levy an offensive rebound. But the Golden Grizzlies trying to complete the defensive stop, and they do.
Whoa. Heads up play there by Woodrich. Tried to save that ball. Went out, got into Green Bay's hands. He recovers. Does a good job with the help defense, and Moceri just finishes it for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies.
But Moceri with 2 blocks in that possession, one from Ben Tweedy, and then from the offensive rebound by Jonathan Levy. That led to all the chaos spilling over near half court.
Yeah, great shot contest discipline there by Moceri. Got down just in time to make that second block. That's exactly what you needed from a guy like Moceri.
Moceri at the top.
Oh.
Tries to flip it back to Baru. With no look, it was sneaky, but it was so sneaky that Baru didn't see it coming.
Back in the black top, number 25, Cooper Krabs.
Tried to get a little too cute. Led to a turnover. Oakland still with a 12-point lead, 49-37 with 18 to go in the game. The first round of the conference tournament. Pass inside to Hall against Baru. Off the glass, no good.
Just not a good shot there by Marcus Hall.
Woodrich drives inside off the left glass. He's fouled, no basket made. He'll step to the free throw line and try to make up for it.
A little bit of a foul discrepancy early in this game. 4 fouls for Green Bay, and Oakland still has yet to get their first.
Second line to shoot 2 for OU, number 11.
Be Jason Woodrich, his first trip to the free throw line today. He's got 4 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. First one's good.
Yeah, had a little bit of trouble in crunch time on Saturday when he needed to convert his free throws, but a good start there for Jason Woodrich.
Second free throw is up and good. Jason Woodrich had 14 points and 7 rebounds at Green Bay. This past Saturday, he was 3 of 10 from deep in that game. Still able to produce. Back to Green Bay. Cutting inside. Sneaking up off the glass against Baru is Mac Recchi.
Yeah, that's a tough guard play there by Mac Recchi on Baru Naval-Larua.
51-39. Woodrich into Baru, the left with the right block, kicks it back out to Woodrich for 3, too strong. Johnson over into the top. We'll go to Tweedy. Tweedy on the far wing, bullet pass inside, going underneath the basket, losing the ball but getting it back. It's Recchi, gives it over to Levy against Baru. Levy, no good off the glass. Great defensive effort from Baru Naval-Larua.
Now that's just patience there by the junior.
And driving inside with the Euro step is DQ Cole. Tiptoeing his way to the basket. And in response, Jeremiah Johnson in the paint. He gets fouled.
Oh, he's such a threat down there that if there was no contest, he would have definitely made that one.
Number 12, Baru Naval-Larua.
On January 30th,
Team foul.
when Oakland hosted Green Bay, played them for the first time this season, only 5 points were scored by Jeremiah Johnson as the first free throw goes in. But in that second regular season matchup, 18 points. Him and Marcus Hall having a great game against Oakland last Saturday.
Yeah, he's a supernova. He can make you hurt, but when you put a lot of pressure on him, there's a little bit of that freshman struggle, Joe, that ends up coming out in Jeremiah Johnson's game.
2 for 2 on the free throws for Jeremiah Johnson. He's up at 12 points, 5 of 9 from the field in his 17 minutes played. And a foul on the floor as DQ is carrying the rock across.
Phoenix foul number 3.
Jeremiah Johnson on the foul.
That's his
The
first
6'3" freshman from Del City, Oklahoma.
Team foul.
Averaging 10.1 points per game, 50.5% from the field. He is efficient as Woodrich fires a 3 off on the front rim. Offensive rebound by Cooper Craggs. Putback is no good off the heel. Rebound by Levy.
It's too much mustard on that touch there by Cooper Craggs.
53-41, your score, 16-21 on the second half clock. 3-pointer from Hall, off on the front. Mukeba the rebound.
Good contester by Isaiah Jones, too.
Cole to Woodrich at the top, moving to the left side. Reaching foul on Levy as the pass was tried to be given to Mukeba.
Phoenix foul number 34.
Levy's getting tagged a lot in this game on the defensive side of the ball. Wasn't really tagged in the home game on January 30th, the one you mentioned before, and then unfortunately was not able to play for the Phoenix on Saturday. So just a role contributor that has unfortunately gotten the wrong end of some ref calls.
And worth noting that his 4th foul, Jonathan Levy. They'll be careful with him as he goes to the bench after that foul. Meanwhile, Oakland with 10 on the shot clock with the ball. Jalen Jones fakes a 3, goes left baseline, gets a pass off to Mukeba, who puts it in.
And not the cleanest of execution there, but Mukeba made it work.
I hesitated because I thought he was going to go up for the basket himself, but he gave it over to Mukeba, who softly puts it in and makes it 55-41, 15.5 to go in the game. Wade struggling to get past Jalen Jones, now to Hall. Kick the corner to Johnson. Steps on the baseline on his way.
It's gonna
Or rather, it is a
be a
foul.
blocking
on
foul.
Makeba.
Number 23, Ellen Makeba, his first personal, the second team foul.
Makeba's first foul in this game will bring us to the media timeout. 55-41 with 15:23 left to go in the game in the first round of the Horizon League Championship Tournament. We'll take a break here on WXOU Sports, and we'll be right back in a moment. Welcome back, everybody, to the OU Credit Union Arena here on WXOU Sports. Just over 15 to go in the second half. Green Bay firing the deep three, no good. Oakland still with the lead, 55-41. Defending the home court, looking for the third win this season against Green Bay. Alan Makeba on the right block. Gives it to Jalen Jones at the top. Sweeps it over to Mashore. Mashore guarded closely by Johnson. Over to Christie, top
Come on,
of the
Christie.
key. No good. Isaiah Jones fighting for that offensive rebound. Could not corral it. That'll be a Green Bay inbound on the south baseline. Ryan Wade against Jalen Jones. Hall now over to Wonders at the left wing. Trying to find some open space here. Ryan Wade kicks it out to Hall. 11 on the shot clock. No offense forming yet. And a steal by Jalen Jones. He speeds across the floor, dishes it to Christie in the corner for three. Oh, just a bit too strong.
I honestly thought he was going to make the extra pass to his bro.
Green Bay with it. Johnson at the top. Over to the right elbow. He kicks it out to Wade, whose dribble goes off his foot, rolling to the other side. Jalen Jones trying to dive for the ball, but was boxed out by Ryan Wade.
Uh-oh.
And a foul called on Jalen Jones for the dive.
Oakland foul, number 1.
He seemed a little bit shaken up there, so again, that's adding insult to injury. Got the foul and got a little bit bruised up there.
You know, sometimes we take for granted all the players falling onto the court, but like
It's hard.
They're literally falling on hardwood. Like
Oh.
that's not like pleasant. So I don't think we give athletes enough credit for the pain that they have to go through when they're diving on the floor like that. Either way, Green Bay has it on the Bear logo. Still 55-41, under 14 to go in the game. Wonder sweeps around to the top of the key. Into the corner is Johnson. And pass stolen by Nassim Mashur. Malcolm Christie finds open space on the glass. Couldn't get it with the layup. It was too strong. And in transition the other way. Johnson going for the slam dunk against Moceri. Not a good idea, as that one was swatted away.
Set it up.
Here's Moceri in transition, spinning through. And Moceri's called on the travel. Got the plant foot settled when he was moving too fast. Had a bit of a skid on it, and that called for the travel.
That's another thrown away possession there by Oakland.
Moceri, that is his 5th block today.
Not only is he controlling the boards rebound-wise, he's also controlling it block-wise too. This is exactly the type of performance we needed from Moceri.
15 points, 10 rebounds, 5 blocks. Yikes. The big man's angry.
Yeah, old school Moceri.
10 on the shot clock for Green Bay. Hall with it, gives it to O'Hara, who finds a lane inside to the left. And
another block.
Another block by Moceri. Offensive rebound by Green Bay. O'Hara will end up putting it back in.
C.J. O'Hara.
6 blocks by Moceri, and that's all the Golden Grizzlies have. He is the only blocker, and that's all they need. 55-43 with 12:40 to go in the game. Jalen Jones now to Isaiah Jones in the close corner. All the way around to the far side, up to DQ at the top. 9 on the clock. Making some moves against O'Hara. Step back 3. Good! Pontiac's finest. Getting it for 3. 58-43. 12:15 on the second half clock. Oakland with 2 hands on the wheel, driving the bus in this game. And it's a timeout with 12:15 on the second half clock. We'll take a quick break here on WXOU Sports, and we'll get you back to the second half action here on WXOU Sports. Welcome back here to WXOU Sports as the Golden Grizzlies are up big in the second half, 58-43 with 12:15 on the go. And we kick it over to our sideline reporter, Maryanne Sanford. Maryanne, what's up?
I couldn't really hear much of what was going on in that huddle, but, you know, I saw DQ Cole and Isaiah Jones showing their leadership and just giving the team some advice and really putting their 2 cents in.
Definitely that leadership from DQ and Isaiah. You know, they were on last year's Horizon League championship team. You got to know that they have a say or two, you know, a say in how the team goes. Very vocal with the leadership. Great to see. Thank you very much, Maryanne. As we're getting ready to get back to action in the second half. Once again, 58-43, 12:15 on the second half clock. The 5 on the floor for the Golden Grizzlies. Moceri, Cole, Jones, and Mashur. Make up your 5 for the Golden Grizzlies.
Yeah, a little bit small ball. You don't really see guys like Baru, Nevalura, Deng Majak, or Cooper Craigs out there. So I think Oakland's going to put a stronger emphasis on trying to find those jumpers, have Mukeba be a distributor, like we were saying, inside out, find the open man.
Marcus Hall, corner three, too strong. Fighting for the rebound, it bobbles out of bounds. And will stay with Green Bay.
Yeah, Greg Campy not happy with the lack of effort there and lack of hustle to get that rebound.
And it's media.
As the clock strikes exactly 12, they get the actual media timeout
There
going
we
on.
go.
But we'll stay with you here on WXOU Sports. We got a little bit to recap here. Let's go and take a look at the rest of the Horizon League. We'll go to women's basketball in their opening round of the Horizon League tournament at IU Indy. Still keeping this close with 1 minute left in the third quarter, 51-45. IU Indy with the lead. Skorupski leading the Golden Grizzlies in scoring 16 points, 5 of 14 from the floor, but making it count from the free throw line, 5 of 7. We'll kick it over now to Detroit at Northern Kentucky. 66-52. Northern Kentucky with an 8-0 run over the past 1 minute. They did that one quickly. They're starting to gain control over this game with 13:55 left to go in the second half in Northern Kentucky. And the other game going on has begun. 30-21. IU Indy over Wright State. IU Indy in the lead on the road against the Raiders. It is Keenan Garner leading the Jaguars and scoring 12 points. A perfect 5 for 5 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. Meanwhile, Keaton Norris and Andrew Welledge leading the Wright State Raiders and scoring 6 apiece. But they're down 9 on their home court.
When I saw your screen there, Joe, 30-21 with a little under 10 minutes to play in the first half. That's
right.
An offensive showcase right there in Wright State. Wow, that's impressive. Both teams seem to be firing on all cylinders on offense.
Now that game is one a lot of people are keeping an eye on because of their offensive output, their potential from three. IU Indy, they're about third in the league in three-point shooting. Wright State, they may not be there as a team, but they got Alex Hubriggs and Keaton Norris. Like, they got players that can shoot the three.
Absolutely. Maryanne and I, we were play-by-play in color for the Wright State home game, and it was just one of those days where Keaton Norris and Andrew Welledge were stepping up for guys like Hubriggs, who we thought were going to be instantaneous performers for the Raiders. That just goes to show you the parity of the Horizon League and how unpredictable it can be. Guys go up, guys go down. You just kind of ride the wave with how your team is doing, and the conference play has been one to behold. I mean, for Oakland, it's been a pretty up and down season, but when they are up, and when they are down, they are down. And if you're a neutral fan, it's fun to watch.
No doubt. The Golden Grizzlies, they give you a show one way or the other. One note on that home game against Wright State, that was one of the early December Horizon League games. Wright State literally got a school record in three-pointers made in a single game against Oakland with 17 threes made in that game.
They were
and Oakland was able to win at the last second.
Absolutely unconscious.
Either way, back to the blacktop here in the present time. 58-43 is your score, under 12 to go. Isaiah Jones at the top, gives it to his brother Jalen, who directs traffic. DQ guarded by Foster Wonders. DQ goes to the left corner, trying to get a pass off with 5 on the shot clock. Jalen Jones inside to Mukeba, gets one, falling away. Almost made some magic, falling away from the basket, but no good. And it's back to Green Bay.
A good release there by Isaiah Jones off that pressure. Was going to be called for the reach.
Hall in the corner for 3, no good. Hall cannot find the three-point shot tonight. Green Bay sure would like to have it. Meanwhile, Oakland on the offensive side, Nasima Shore, offensive rebound, kicks it out to DQ for 3, rattles out. Rebound by Jeremiah Johnson.
Yeah, again, good shot selection. Oakland's able to play half-court defense. They're not able to. They're not allowing Green Bay to get into any transition. As Jeremiah Johnson sets that up.
He soars to the sky to get the ball in off the right glass. So far, Green Bay 4 of 19 from 3. That's 21%. Golden Grizzlies are 8 of 21, 38%. Green Bay really looking for those threes to get back into this one. Jalen Jones, speaking of three-pointers, sinks one from the top of the key.
Uncontested there. Jalen Jones hasn't hit a shot in a while, and that's the price you pay when you allow a shooter to shoot.
That's his first field goal made, his first 3 tonight. He's 1 of 2 from deep, 2 of 6 from the field. Foster wonders for 3. Too strong on it. A quick rebound. And in transition, Mashore kicks it a DQ for 3. Got it!
Very high IQ pass there. Typically, guys would have that gut instinct to shoot the ball in transition. Found DQ, who was even more wide open than Mashore was. DQ buries it.
And a pass swatted away sky high by Isaiah Jones. But yeah, absolutely credit to Nasim Mashore having that IQ. It was similar to the last shot at home here against Detroit Mercy. That game ended up going into overtime. Similar in transition. It was Isaiah Jones that was rushing the floor and saw DQ open, kicked it to him. DQ couldn't get the shot off, so he gave it back to Jones. Freed up some space. Jones gave it back to DQ, who made the 3 that ended up taking the game into overtime. In overtime that Oakland would win against their in-state rival. A play very similar to that happened between Mashore and DQ. And in the paint, C.J. O'Hara will score 2.
C.J. O'Hara.
You know, this is the last game here in the arena. A lot of memories from the season come by, so I try to share it with you folks here at home. 64-47, 9.5 to go in the game. Jalen Jones over to Woody at the left wing. Inside of Moceri, he's got a lane, hesitates up and cannot find the basket. Rebound by Hall.
That's actually a play that Oakland has stolen from Northern Kentucky. They'd run that a lot there down in Highland Heights, and it works to perfection, but obviously a good defensive ball there.
An RKO in midair between Mukeba and I believe that was Tweedy.
Alan Moceri, his second personal.
Yes, I believe that was Tweedy fighting Mukeba in the air. I mean, both bodies went horizontal as they crashed onto the blacktop. Or rather, that was Matt Gorecki who got fouled in midair, but that looked like a tough spill.
You know, he hasn't been as productive as he was at home, but you're seeing Matt Gorecki play like a forward in this game. He's being really physical, especially against guys, good one-on-one paint defenders like Mukeba and Baru. So, you know, you got to give credit to a guy who's fearless, not, you know, willing to back down to anyone, especially 2 of the premier forwards for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies.
Yeah, especially when you're going up against Mukeba, who has 6 blocks in this game and 2 free throws made for the exchange for Matt Gorecki. Gorecki now up to 7 points.
This is kind of what we wanted Oakland to have, this energy. This is tournament level energy that Oakland's displaying right now. It was in the last 2 games, it was kind of lackluster, just kind of get to the finish line after an amazing win at home against Cleveland State on senior night. But you're seeing that energy come back for the Grizzlies. And when you see when they play with energy, when they play with confidence, there's not a whole lot that can really break the Golden Grizzlies from their stride.
That's what's been Oakland's identity this season, for better or for worse, is they're a team that can beat anybody, but also a team that can lose to anybody. Because, you know, when they're hot, they're hot. When they're cold. But luckily, Oakland is hot right now, right in time for the tournament. As a 30-second timeout called by Green Bay comes to an end, we get back to action.
You just see it in their body language, too. I mean, those second-half meltdowns that we saw early on in the season, they have kind of gone by the wayside. Occasionally they pop their ugly head. But Oakland has found that poise that they need to finish out games in the second half and, you know, keep it competitive at least.
Back to action, Oakland on the inbound, following free throws made by Matt Gorecki. Jalen Jones against Johnson. Gives it over to Christie. It's still in high traffic. Deng Majok and Baru on the floor. Baru with the ball at the free throw line. Goes to his left against Recchi. Looking for a kick out. Christie gets it. Still crowded. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Jalen Jones with it with speed. Dumps it off to Majok. His 2-point jumper is good at the buzzer.
Wow, Deng Majok getting involved.
His first field goal of the game in 3 minutes played.
It's a pretty efficient night.
No doubt. 66-49, 8:20 on the second half clock. 3-pointer for Green Bay, no good. Seems like Green Bay has not made a 3-pointer in some time. And one! Jason Woodridge's floater very slowly and dramatically rolls in and drops gracefully to the blacktop. So he'll be going to the free throw line to make it a 3-point play. We've seen, I mean, Woody, after all the threes he made against his former team in Cleveland State, most of his shots have really been floaters in the paint.
And you know what? That makes him versatile. When guys try to collapse on him in the paint, that can open up his three-game. But, you know, I love Jason Woodrich's intelligence there, his IQ. Stay up high, stay pretty straight, and don't get the charge called on you. Don't give them any reason to say, oh, you lowered your shoulder. Great job there drawing that block foul.
And a free throw is good for the 3-point play. Oakland now with 20-point lead, 69-49.
Oh, that seal by Jalen Jones very quickly turned into something that Jeremiah Johnson was using to his advantage, and Jalen Jones got a little bit too physical there.
This 20-point lead, the largest of the night.
Number 15, Ryan Wade, and number 34, John Levy.
Green Bay has not led for 1 second in this game. It was tied at 5-5, but that's the closest they've got. An inbound on the scoring side, Green Bay has it. Over to Recchi in the close corner. Recchi goes over to the Horizon League logo, dips it off to Levy. His two-point shot, no good. Baru with the rebound, and he makes Jonathan Levy fall to the floor and makes the two in transition.
I was going to say, if he doesn't finish that with a basket, that's a wasted opportunity there, but Baru's capitalizing on that glitzy play.
Oh, and the Grizz gang gave Jonathan Levy all they could give after his ankles were broken by Baru. He'll get the ball in the paint. Baru fouled on an entry pass intended for Levy. His foul will send us into a media timeout. The under 8 media timeout as Oakland continuing their largest lead of the night, 71-49. With 7:25 left to go in the game. We'll be right back here on WXOU Sports. And we're back here on WXOU Sports, and a lob inbound play. Successful for Green Bay. Mac Recchi rising to the rafters to jam it down off the inbound. 71-51. Oakland with the 20-point lead. Just over 7 left to go. Deng Majak left elbow jumper is good. 2 for 2 today for Deng Majak. Was originally a soccer player, then transitioned to basketball once his growth spurt hit. So very green in the sport of basketball, but 2 field goals made. Tough jumpers in the Horizon League tournament. How about that? As Baru battles inside for 2.
This has now become a game where Oakland just has to continue to score at will and, do what they need to do to put this game away.
And a three-pointer made by Ryan Wade.
Love the rhyme there.
Thank you. It's 75-54. 6:20 on the clock left to go. Jason Woodridge fires a three. Off on the front rim. Offensive rebound by Baru. Almost.
Out of bounds.
Still with Oakland. Well, let's talk about Ryan Wade for a second, because he's such an interesting character. He is Green Bay heart and soul. He has been through 3 coaches. He's been through 3 different schemes. He's been through 3 different culture changes, and yet he's still one of the most productive players on this team. Just his adaptability, it's commendable to say the least.
No doubt. I mean, Green Bay has been on quite the roller coaster the past 3 years. After a 3-29 start, as Malcolm Christie fires a three and makes it from the corner.
Wow.
But back to Green Bay's history. So 2 years ago, in a 22-23 season, they were 3-29, and then Sundance Wicks, his first and only year at Green Bay, got them to an 18-14 season. It was 3rd seed in the conference tournament. That was one of the biggest turnarounds in Division I. It's a 10th best turnaround in Division I, to be exact. But then for Green Bay to then fall back to 4 wins in their overall season. Yeah. So big credit to wrap this up to Ryan Wade going through all of that in his Green Bay career.
That's a tough one. Majak's a little bit shaken up there.
A battle in the paint will bring Majak to the free throw line. And you can tell he's wincing in pain. Oakland 6 of their last 7 made field goals. As the silence falls over the arena. First free throw is good.
First one's good.
5 points for the reserve forward. I love the production that Oakland's getting from everyone. It's a good committee. It's a good production by committee type game for the Grizzlies.
And especially given the way the lead is, it's a pretty massive lead so far, 78-54. You get the luxury of giving some of your reserve players tournament experience.
Exactly.
It is against the 11th seed, but you didn't choose necessarily who your opponent is. Tournament time is tournament time. So that's great experience that Campy's able to get those guys into rotation for that experience. So hopefully next year it could be built upon. Floater good for Green Bay. 79-56 is your score with 5.5 to go. Oakland with a comfortable lead. Not much time left for Green Bay to get back into this one. Malcolm Christie fires a three on the move, no good. Offensive rebound, almost. O'Hara grabs it for Green Bay. It's now to Wade. Wade to Recchi at the top. Give it back to Wade, bounce pass. Now over into the corner for Hall for three. Just falls in. But a foul called. Not much of the Green Bay bench even celebrating it, even though it was pretty dramatic end to a three-pointer. It basically balanced on the back end of the rim.
Yeah, it did.
And then fell in.
Got the friendly roll there.
But still not a lot of jump and joy for Green Bay. Understandably so. 5 minutes left in your season, pretty much, as Oakland still with the 20-point lead. Could it be cut to 19 with the free throw, though? Shot is up. Shot is no good, thanks to the Grizz gang.
And thanks to the little magic spell you put on there that it could be cut to 19.
I know what I'm doing. Over to Craggs inside, open for business. Cooper Craggs, the most veteran Golden Grizzly on this team. This is his 3rd year in the Campy program. His first year with reasonable playing time. His 2 injuries cost him his first 2 seasons. 81-59 with 4.5 to go. Pass is batted away by Craggs and Majak. Over to Christie now in the corner, guarded by Hall. Jalen Jones directs traffic on the right wing. Kicks it over to Craggs underneath the basket.
Wow!
Up and underneath.
Wow, wow, wow.
Cooper Craggs gave that the loop-de-loop and pull.
And Jalen Jones was trying to go to his strong hand and motioned Malcolm Christie to the left side so he could make that pass. Cooper Craggs finished it there. Great job, great exexecution there by the Golden Grizzlies.
Yeah, but that one was tough because he was even behind the basket and had to reach for it going the opposite way. A lot of physics going against you.
Oh,
there.
absolutely.
but the Northville native, the redshirt sophomore for Detroit Catholic Central High School. Always love to give a special shout out to the local Southeastern Michigan talent that we have here in the Horizon League. Detroit Mercy having a lot of them, as well as those from the Grand Rapids area. I'd always love to see Michigan basketball talent represented here in the Horizon League. And the free throw is good. 84-59 is your score. Just over 4 minutes left before the Golden Grizzlies move on to the second round of the Horizon League tournament.
Oh, bit floppy there, I'm not going to lie.
Marcus Hall, bit of contact to the face.
Number 22, Dan Majak.
Dan Majak on the foul. Cooper Cracks comes out in favor of Xavier Banks. Xavier Banks also on last year's championship team, redshirted that year, now seeing one of his limited minutes throughout the season. He gets minutes in the conference tournament. And a free throw is no good. Xavier Banks, by the way, the deepest voice you've ever heard. Like, he could narrate anything, and it would be spectacular.
And you know what? We have had him narrate some things for WXOU Media, and he's done a great job. He's got that deep voice cooking 100% of the time.
Great sense of humor on that guy. 84-59, still under 4 to go. 3:38 on the clock. And Roe Olesko. Can I try that again? Roe Oselka. Bit of contact there.
It's his first.
He will draw the foul and bring us to the 4-minute media timeout. 84-59, 3:35 on the second half clock. We'll take a short break here on WXOU Sports to get you back to the action. Welcome back, everybody, to WXOU Sports in the final moments of Oakland versus Green Bay in the opening round of the Horizon League tournament. 84-59 is your score so far. We'll take a look around the Horizon League, see what is happening. We'll go to women's basketball in their opening round at IU Indy as a 10 versus a 7 matchup. Oakland has the lead, 53-52. With 4:17 left to go in the fourth quarter. Oakland women's basketball not out of it just yet. And we'll go over to the men's side of things. Northern Kentucky 90-69 against Detroit Mercy with just under 6 minutes left to go. Northern Kentucky surely is moving on. Already 90 points
and all
with 6 minutes to go.
All the usual suspects for the Norths are coming out. Dan, the man, Gerishger, he is an absolute beast. No one knew who he was coming in. We all thought that it was going to come from guys like Sam Vincent, but Dan Gerishger has been a serious producer of points for the Norths. And then, of course,
especially
Josh.
as of recently, they won the last game that they played here in the arena.
Holy moly. And then Josh Dilling, another great three-point shooter, just unconscious. LJ Wells, good guy in the middle. Just, you know, this is the kind of team, these well-rounded teams, these are the ones that make it very far. Yeah, Northern Kentucky, a traditionally very successful program in the Horizon League, won the championship just a couple of years ago. And they're constantly in the top part of the Horizon League. And Jack Hoth's layup is blocked. Offensive rebound by Xavier Banks. And one for Banks. Amazing job there. Just keep your poise, do what you need to do coming off the bench as a reserve, make your impact however you can. That's what you got to do when you're a guy like Xavier Banks.
And to finish up our trip around the Horizon League, IU Indy and Wright State got a lot more interesting. Previously, IU Indy had a big lead in this game. IU Indy's largest lead was 15 points. And just before halftime, Wright State gets the lead themselves. It is now 43-42 at the half. Wright State has the lead as they're not out of this game either. So an interesting trip around the Horizon League. We'll keep an eye on that throughout the rest of the game here. About 3 minutes left to go here, 87-60. Johnson going inside against Mashore. A foul call before the shot is up.
Oakland foul number 0, Nassim Mashore.
Mashore called on the foul, defending inside.
Personal. And the 10th.
I got nothing to say. I mean, when you're up 27 points, you can afford to make mistakes. Nassim Mashore just didn't get that leverage against Jeremiah Johnson and unfortunately got tagged there with the foul.
Yeah, and the 5 on the floor for the Golden Grizzlies taking advantage of the lead in the final minutes of the game. It is Majak, it is Hoff, it is Jalen Jones, Mashore, and Banks. A 5 on the floor, I don't think we've ever seen this 5 on the floor throughout the season.
I don't think we've seen this 5 on the floor throughout the season since the Defiance game, which is a testament to how long it's been since Oakland's had a dominant performance.
Yeah, in that game, lest we forget, Campy's 700th career win. Feels like forever ago, but that was how we started off this season.
Ooh, great pick there.
Jack Hoff on the left side, kicks it out to Jones. Jones to Mashore. Mashore for 3. Too strong on it. Johnson with the rebound. Coming back the other way, Johnson will bump into Jack Hoff.
I tried to slow his progress to the cup there. Jack Hoff did, and just one of those inexperienced guys, hasn't gotten a lot of game reps in the zone defense, so he's going to make mistakes there.
It's a second foul for Jack Hoff.
For Jeremiah Johnson.
And while we have a break here, we'll bring it over to our sideline reporter, Maryanne Sanford. Maryanne, how we doing?
Good. So I saw, Coach is just sitting there telling them, try and shut down those shots, play that defense that we've kind of seen here a little bit, and he wanted them to get that ball to Jason and Malcolm Christie so they could shoot those threes and just get those points in as they started to get ahead.
Thank you very much, Maryanne. 87-64 is your score with 2.5 left to go. You see Mashore trying to get past half court, a full court press, and given now to Jack Hoff.
Beautiful.
They were going for the lob there, but he just couldn't get enough air underneath it, but still was able to lay it in for Jack Hoff.
Spread the wealth there.
3-point attempt, no good for Green Bay. Jack Hoff and his brother Chang Hoff. Here comes Xavier Banks. Oh, was robbed at the basket.
Wanted to make the play there.
Mac Recchi swooped in and swatted the ball away for what could have been a Xavier Banks dunk. But anyway, back to Jack Hoff for a second. Him and his twin brother Chang were some of the finest, greatest offensive forces in JUCO just last year. Both of them committing to Oakland. Chang Hoff, an injury this year, would have been on the red shirts. Jack Hoff coming off the red shirt earlier this season on the road trip to Northern Kentucky. 3-pointer good for Jalen Jones. With some more time in the program, the Hoff twins could be a formidable force for Oakland. The 3-pointer in response, good for Ryan Wade.
Ryan Wade for 3.
And Jeff Smith just continuing to coach. This is what you got to love about basketball coaches, man. Even if your team is up by 25, you're still going to get your players from making mistakes.
Oh, you'll find problems.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt. That's what you have to be as a coach. You can't relax your standards that you've been set throughout the whole season. That's a difficult commitment to make, but with the amount of seasons that, especially Campy and Smitty, Trey McDonald and Bobby Naubert into their younger years of coaching, but you get those reps. It's just standard operating procedure. The standard is the standard. You don't let up for it, especially for these younger guys who are going to be fighting for minutes, especially next year should they return to the squad.
100%. I think you're going to see a lot more parity, and that's going to come with depth in Oakland's lineup next year, just considering how many guys can get playing time.
Banks in the paint. His left hand is good. Xavier Banks. That's now 5 points today.
And that's his season high.
Him and Dang Majak with 5 each in the Horizon League tournament. Jack Hoth with 2 as well. Mashore still looking for his first points. See if we could get him in the final 116 in this game. 94-67 is your score with 76 seconds left.
5 points is also, just an update, Deng Majak's season high as well.
Mashore with it. Spin around back inside to Majak. Up underneath the glass. Couldn't find any contact on it, but he was fouled on the way up.
Phoenix foul number 31, Rowie Oselka.
Rowie Oselka on the foul.
Third personal.
That will send Deng Majak to the free throw line with an opportunity to extend his season high. (94-67) becomes 95-67.
Number 6, Ben Tweedy.
5 on the floor, still Banks, Majak, Mashore, Hoff, and Jalen Jones. And as Ryan Wade makes his way to the bench, high fives and hugs from coaches and teammates as the sun sets on Green Bay's season with 1 minute remaining.
Second half, 1 minute.
Green Bay with it, trying to find it. They're spotted in the perimeter. Oselka, his floater is good.
Rowie Oselka.
96-69. The mirrored scores.
Yeah, it's a nice little score there.
And we'll get some geometry in this one. Not only is it symmetrical from when you read one score and flip it to the other side, it's also symmetrical if you turn each number around. How about that?
That's a pretty logical, analytical thinking there,
Draw it
Joe.
out on a piece of paper, folks. Try it. I swear.
I'm going to try it right now.
If you rotate 180 degrees, 96 and 69, you will get the opposite score.
I'll take your word for it.
A little numberology for you.
Love the numberology.
or numerology, maybe is the proper term. 96-69 with the timeout called on the floor. 49.4 seconds left to go as everybody is dancing now here in the arena. It's one of my favorite little things they put up on the board. All the clips of dances. They get references from Despicable Me and Spider-Man 3, trying to get everyone to dance. I like little Easter eggs like that. References from stuff you used to watch. I dig it. We return to the action here. Under a minute to go. Oakland with the ball. We'll see if Nassim Mashore could get his first points of the day. In the final few seconds here into Jack Hoth. Hoth doubled over to Jalen Jones. He finds Mashore. Mashore over to Banks in the corner. Banks goes inside, dumps off to Majak. Oh. His dunk attempt was blocked. Great effort by Oselka. Still 96-69. And a lob attempt is good. And a dunk by Jeremiah Johnson. 20 seconds left in the game. Pass intercepted from Mashore. It's O'Hara. O'Hara goes inside. Floater no good. Offensive rebound by O'Hara. 10 seconds on the clock and a foul is called.
Yeah, you got to love the contest there. The no-quit effort by O'Hara. Grab that offensive rebound, draw the foul, go to the line.
Especially for Green Bay, like the way their season has gone, not many bright spots.
No.
Still smiles and high fives between Oselka and Majak just from the previous play.
Yeah.
It's great to see that Green Bay still with fight to the final seconds of their season, still with an excuse to smile and show sportsmanship. Free throw no good for C.J. O'Hara. But it's been rough going for Green Bay, and we wish them luck as they go into next season. Not too much luck, of course, but Doug Gottlieb in his second season, hopefully great improvements will be had.
And the ball stuck.
The ball was stuck and now unstuck. As the
the
final 10 seconds will be dribbled out by Nassim Mashur. A standing ovation from the Oakland crowd in their final game of this season. Here on the blacktop, Oakland will move on to the second round of the Horizon League Championship.
Championship level basketball was played here tonight by the Grizzlies. This is the type of game that they're going to need to have. You just need 3 more games, and then you repeat as the Horizon League champs. And if we harken back to last year, Milwaukee, 6th seed, was in a dogfight with Detroit Mercy. Ends up being the runner-up in the Horizon League tournament. That's just how much parity this tournament produces year in and year out. So Oakland's got to fight ahead of them against the Panthers at the K, at the Clutchy Center. But, you know, considering how the last 2 games against the Panthers have gone, tight, competitive basketball every single time Oakland and Milwaukee tip it off. I can't wait to see what Oakland does in the quarterfinals.
It's going to be a tough matchup against Milwaukee, but this is a title defense. Oakland, still the reigning Horizon League champions, move on to the second round to further compete and fight for what is rightfully theirs, the Horizon League championship. We will keep up to date with it here on WXOU Sports, so be sure to subscribe right here on YouTube for live broadcasts of Oakland athletics, including baseball and softball coming up here. For our broadcast crew tonight, our sideline reporter, Maryanne Sanford, our analyst, Harjun, Buttar, and myself, Giovanni Moceri. It's been a fantastic basketball season for us here at the O Arena. We appreciate all of you for tuning in and watching. So for one final time, your Golden Grizzlies move on with a 96-72 win over the Green Bay Phoenix, and the tournament run continues. So long, everybody.